Welcome to another episode of Hero Mode Investigations. Today we are going to be looking at Captain Abby from the Smashcord Discord server and website. Now this person doesn't particularly have many interactions with the crew battle server, but there's a different reason that we're bringing these events to light. So basically a summary of what happened. Captain Abby was a co-owner of the Smashcord server and website and has recently been demoted, demodded, de-admined, no longer has any authority in the server or website. This was supposedly due to her abuse of power and her attitude towards others. Now first we're going to look at the Twitter interactions that involved her recently. Looking at her story that was posted on a Google document, she states that she's very proud of the progress that she made in the server and her work with Bluemeyer, who is the actual owner of the website and Discord server. So she states, Bluemeyer claimed I was unstable and there were people questioning my position, despite the fact that a good chunk of the server's activity came from me. At this point, I was distraught. I was genuinely crying. I lost all this hard work. She continues to say, Bluemeyer said he doesn't want me to ruin his reputation. To him, I was just in his way of getting to the top, which is all he cares about. I talked with him and put all my heart into what I said. I was upset, sad, and felt betrayed, and I was tired of sitting back and letting him continue his behavior. Now, if you heard just that side, it's reasonable to side with her, but then there's Bluemeyer's response to Abby's claims. He says, Abby is a cool and generally positive individual that I have had the pleasure of working with over the course of the last couple months or so. I have found her friendship and presence in my life to be very emotionally rewarding. She's a great friend, and I am happy I got to know her. She has been in several situations that have sparked drama since I've known her as well. She entered the Rosalina Discord just to tell them off about how fucking stupid their character is. She spammed melee servers. She's kicked people from the server that are not relevant to situations without first consulting her peers on the situation. Since first incident, I have been under increasing pressure to deal with the situation from my peers within the Smash 4 assembly. Each additional incident of drama has added to the situation. It reached a point where if I refused to do anything about this and cover for her one more time, it would affect my ability to remain part of the Smash Discord admin community in the same capacity that I am now. I strive to bring together as much people as possible. I created Smashcords for this exact reason. I want to resolve conflicts and unite people. This enables me to ensure that as many people as possible have access to all the amazing resources that can be found on Discord for Smashers. If someone's, I hate to say it, immature behavior is risking my ability to help others, I have to take action. This is not something I wanted to do. I love Abby as a person, and I hope that in time she is able to see things from my position instead of accusing me of being power-hungry demon or whatever. A power-hungry demon. Captain Abby responds to Bluemeyer's tweet by saying that entire second paragraph is a lie. I never went to the Rosa Discord to talk shit. And I've never kicked anyone without a justified reason. If you're going to call me out, at least use facts. Don't pull lies out of your ass to make yourself look better. Because right now you're blatantly lying. I at least have screenshots to back up what I've said. You are lying. Bluemeyer responds, Abby, if you can find evidence that Paichi, I'm going to call him that, and Keyman are lying about their claims, then I will see what I can do. Captain Abby responds back, mocking him, and Bluemeyer posts abydance.zip, which shows the screenshots of the Rosalina Discord of Abby basically talking shit. This is just a few of the 18 screenshots in this file, which will be linked down below with everything else. So here we have Captain Abby saying, Rosa mains defend everything. This is actually towards the end of the whole thing, too. Paichi is the one, I'm guessing, who reported to Bluemeyer. about this. We have Captain Abby calling Paichi an asshole, saying that she's not mocking anybody, tells Paichi to fuck off. Does it twice, actually. And Cell, basically telling Abby she needs to chill out. Now we're going to be looking at something else Abby posted in the Google document, which was screenshots of her messages with Blumeyer to see what kind of attitude she had towards him. Now, it's reasonable that she's upset about this, but just look at the difference in attitude towards each other. Abby is claiming that Blumeyer is selfish, doesn't care about his friends, just wants to be number one, even if that means cutting off his friends, while Blumeyer defends his actions justly. We're not going to get into that, though, as it's pretty self-explanatory. So before we go any further, I want you all to know that if this person may be transgender, then that's fine. That's not what this is really about. But I also want you to keep in mind that this person may be doing this for attention, as the internet is not the most honest of places. So the real reason we are bringing this to light is because Captain Abby was once known as Rob. Since near the beginning of Hero Mode, Rob was around. Although he was never a member, he was a friend of Hero Mode and a close friend of a few. Hero Mode started in Miiverse, and we would eventually move to Smashboards, then Skype, then would eventually end up on Discord. Rob followed us every step of the way. Phi, myself, and a couple other members is our credibility for this next part. So Rob's behavior was questionable almost from the start, although it was mostly directed towards female members. At first it started with a girl who we'll refer to as A, who helped bring Rob to Smashboards with us. He said he had feelings for her, but out of the blue started acting really vile towards her. Although she was respectful about things, he would sometimes say things like, "Sometimes I really can't stand you," and would get noticeably upset anytime anyone mentioned Rob and the girl. Phi chalked it up to maybe some disagreement, and eventually that girl would go inactive in HM. After we moved to Skype, Phi took a break from the crew to focus on college, and when she came back, she tried to reconnect with everyone, especially Rob, who she'd grown close to. Her attempts to reconnect with him didn't get far, mostly just getting brushed off by him. After moving to Discord, eventually another girl, who we'll refer to as B, and Rob started to get close and were both interested in each other. She told Phi that she liked Rob, but had heard the things that happened with A. Phi convinced her that she thought it was just some fluke and that she should go for it. The two kept getting closer until it suddenly happened again. Rob began acting cruel, again seemingly for no reason, even comparing her to A. Phi tried talking to him, saying that his attitude and treatment of B was inappropriate, and he just ignored her. At this point, he was just a dick to everyone who tried to get him to stop. Most of the people in Hero Mode remember this part. Most of us were around during this time in early 2016. Eventually, a small group was made with a girl named C and two other members, along with Phi, to get down to the bottom of Rob's intentions, and they found that quite a few other members were treated the same way. Rob would get close to them, they would share personal stories and stuff with him, and he would suddenly push them away, insult them, act like he was better than them. Then Girl D came along. Showing interest in Rob, Phi reached out to her and warned her about what had happened before, and that if she needed someone to talk to, she wouldn't be alone. Rob and Girl D would end up in an online relationship, but things started turning south, and D became scared of what would happen if she would break up with Rob. Eventually, she did, and started a different relationship with Girl C. I guess they were lesbian, bi, I'm not really sure. Rob didn't take it too well, and he disappeared for the day. People were worried that he did something, but in the end thought it was unlikely. He returned the next day saying that he had been in the hospital, but wouldn't say for what at first. Eventually he told us that he tried to commit suicide by stabbing himself in the stomach. Now, besides that being one of the most painful ways to kill yourself, he was also on Smash later that day. Adding that with his manipulative nature and the fact that one of Dee's exes killed herself recently, we concluded that it was more than likely an attempt to get attention and make people feel sorry for him and to make it seem like it was Dee's fault. He was given multiple chances with other members to explain himself, and he just wouldn't. This was the final straw. He was banned from the server, which even caused us to lose a couple members over it. Now for the evidence linking Abby to Rob. These screenshots were taken a couple weeks before this recording. In it, Ross states that Abby is a boy. Now where he got that information from, we really don't know. But he says that Abby's name is actually Robbie. Abby jumps in and says that's not her name, and she's clearly bothered by it when she states, "Go tell these people not to spread information, and I'm still annoyed that this is an issue." So even though Abby denies it, here we have her a few weeks before the screenshot saying that when Af asked her if she was a person named Rob, she states, "Some people call me Robbie, so yes." And here we also have some screenshots of a couple DMs basically admitting that there was a past friendship between Abby and Fi, indicating basically what was told in the story. And yet another DM showing Abby's previous attitude towards girls when talking about it with Af. We feel it's important to bring this to light now because Rob has recently been seen making similar actions to the ones that he made in the past. And we want not only for people to be aware that he will likely treat them cruelly or even possibly be a danger to them, but we also want people to remember it is always be wary of anyone you meet on the internet, as it's very simple to hide who you are and what your actual intentions are.